Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Today I'd like to talk about 3 stocks, Take-Two, NFLX, and SOFI, all of which I'm thinking about shorting. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company, look at the charts, and try to guess or estimate where it's going and what the result will be. So let's get started. But before we do, I'd like to remind you that the Stock Planner channel is an education channel, and we do our own due diligence. The trades I'm making, you shouldn't make. Go ahead and learn and develop your own trades. Develop your own strategy, and once you do, you'll win big. The first stock I would like to talk about is Take-Two Interactive Software. Looking at Simply Wall Street, looking at my newsreader, consensus forecast updated. The estimate per share fell. It says income is expected to grow, even though the entertainment industry is expected to decline. That bodes well for a positive. Price target is unchanged, yet the shares have fell. Recently, it was dropped from the Russell 1000 Value Defensive Index. That's not a good news. Let's look at it a little further. This is a stock price going down. Take-Two is entertainment software, games, Grand Theft Auto. The current price is $122. According to Simply Wall Street, it should be trading around $300. Plenty of room to grow. This doesn't look like a bad stock to go up if it wouldn't be for the recession and inflation, which occurred, according to me, around January, and to others around mid-November. And that thing has dropped. Now, I do think it's going to continue. But it might be a slow grind down. Now, I'm a swing trader looking for the tops and bottoms. There was the bottom, there's the top, and right now, the zigzag, which is a forward-looking, it has to be perfect. It doesn't have enough data to be perfect, so it doesn't know what it's doing right now. So that's when I like to take some action. And it seems to be just flopping around, and that fits with the whole type scenario. Strong stock, but not going really anywhere. In the last few weeks, the stock market has been very turbulent. The RSI indicator, the stochastic, and the MACD all came together and singled an up signal. And right now we have the RSI singling down a few days ago, the stochastic singling down a few days ago, and the MACD is above the zero line. That means we start looking for shorts. And that occurred in this area here. So, the job of a swing trader is to say, is it going up or going down? The last indication we have was that the RSI, MACD, and stochastic RSI all say that we're in a downtrend. Looking at Take-Two software, we're trying to predict the expected move based on the option activity. And we're saying that in the next month or so, it should move by 8%. In the next 3 months, by 13%. So I always give myself a credit when it can at least move to 8% in a month, and then I predicted or guessed or estimated correctly. If the stock moves in my favor, or my direction, by 8%, I give myself credit and pat myself on the back. And it should, but the only problem with expected move is you don't know if it's going up or going down, because there are always two sides to the market, and I think it's going down before it goes up. And in 3 months, it should move around 13%, which I look for a 3-month move around 20%, 8 and 20. This has not quite done it. So that would mean that I would need to go ahead and get out as soon as it hits around 8%, and not go for the home run. But these other two that we're going to talk about, SOFI and NFLX, they do have 20% gains over the 3-month period of time. So if I plan on staying in 3 months, maybe I'll hit for the other two. But it looks like Take-Two, I should be doing that a little shorter. Anyway, I use this tool, Options AI, predicts the expected move of a stock based on option activity. A lot of factors go into it. In the end, it's a simple calculation. And I come up with the following stats. FinBiz has a target price of 12 months of 175. Based on this move expectation, a high strike would be 139, 140. Let's make it 140. And a low strike of 105. As I said, is it going up here or down here. And this is based on a 3-month. And when it comes to 8% difference, that's when I start looking for a little profit and taking something off the table. But if I'm going for a little longer play, I should start looking at a maximum of 13%. This one I'm just going to take 8%, which puts it about halfway. That's where I think it's going. Please leave a comment below whether you're going to play this long, which I think you can, or you can play it short, which I believe that's the way to go. The next stock I'd like to talk about is NFLX, looking at the daily time frame, where each bar is a day's worth of data. The top and the bottom is what we're looking for, and then we look at that gap. The gap down and stayed down. FinViz has a target price of $300 over the next year for NFLX. There's a move expectation based on options of $20 over the next 3 months, and that would put it at 210, and 139 on the downside. 210 on the upside, 139, 140 on the downside. Over the next 3 months, it's expected to move $35. Now, if you knew that, and you knew the direction, that'd be good information. But this looks like it's not moving much over the last nearly a month. Yet we have some headwinds. Inflation, recession raining down on us. Will people be watching more or cutting back on spending? It's hard to tell because the last recession, COVID, that wasn't the case. This is based on signals, and the RSI it went above the 70 and come back around. That's a sign that we should go short. The stochastic is above the 80, come back around. That's a sign we should go short. And the MACD is above the 0, and recently got a crossover above the 0, and that's a sign to go short. But I usually just play the MACD when it's above the 0. That's when I start looking for shorts, because I'm looking for reversals. And when it's below, I look for longs, because I'm looking for reversals. Here, it was below, and that's the time I would go start looking for longs. And when we had a crossover, we had one here and here. And you could have took that one, and it would have made some money. Oh, if you took $1,000 for 3 months, and it reached your goal, you'd have $201, which is about 80% APR. That's sweet. Going up or going down? That's the question. The last stock I'd like to talk about is SOFI. SOFI Technologies. It provides software for financial institutions, lending organizations. Its earnings are forecast to grow by a whopping 70%. Future looks good. The health of the company, not so good. That's a red snowflake. We want green ones. These are green. This is green. There's a little pale yellow. Competitors here. But look at this downslide, and it looks like it's continuing. Less than 1 year of cash available. FinViz has a target price of $10. Looking at the expected move of 22%, a high price of this would be around $6.50. And a low price of $4. So if you invested $1,000 for 3 months and you had your right direction, you'd get $220. If the move went 22%, if it went 8%, it'd be half of that. So let's just say it was there and there is expected at 8%. So is it going that way or that way? It's been very volatile. 8% could be achieved very quickly if you got the direction right. I say over the next 90 days, it's going down. And it's just a guess. Let's see what the indicators say. MACD above the 70 and came back around a few days ago. That bodes for us. That's short. Stochastic RSI did the same thing. That's good. And the MACD, according to my rules, need to be above the 0 line to take a short. And it's not. Was not. 2 indicators say down, and one says, I don't know. Long term, next 3 months, if it took $1,000 and shorted this, I believe, based on the fact that we have inflation and recession and war and politics, I believe you'll make out. That's what I'm doing. But I believe when they say $10 or they expect to move at 22%, they're expecting this to move up. So I'm contrary to what the opinion is. Let me know. Is it going up or down? Leave a comment in the description below. I'd sure like to hear from you. Critical thinking makes my trading better. So, if you believe the expected move for Take-Two, NFLX, and SOFI, those are the percentages for the next 3 months. And I'm shooting for 8%. And if you did that and took $1,000 and invested 8% with target of 5%, and you had, you're winning more than you're losing, and you had 3 wins, you'd end up with $2,400. If you have 1 win and 2 losses, you'd only have $110. Excuse me, that's 2 wins. 3 wins, 2 wins, 1 win. If you only had 1 win and 2 losers, you'd end up losing about $20, which is not much. But if you're all losers, you'd lose $150. I don't know, I like those odds. 3 wins, 240, 2 wins, 110, 1 win, you're minus 20, and all losers, you're losing $150. I like the game. Hey, before I let you go, I want to tell you about my free Discord, which I have my watch list out there, and my overall trend estimate, whether it's early or the trade has been in progress for a while. This is trending. It's based on the slope. Also, I'm providing my algo that shows the RSI, the MACD, and the stochastic when their signals occurred. And not all 3 occur at the same time, but I have that as my 3 indicator strategy. That's in another level. And I have my trading view settings out there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can get that trade list of when all 3 of the indicators occur at the same time. And it includes a trade list with scale in. It's a nice roadmap to have while you're developing your own system, because you really can't trade from somebody else's trading system. You have to develop your own. I'm here to help. Happy trading, and we'll catch you on the flip.